What's up racers, RacerBeast here and welcome to another CSR 2 video. Now in this video we are going to have a look at best cars to use for Tempest 1, 2 and 3 challenges for tier 4. Okay, so with that being said, let's get on with the list. To start off with the list, we have a car that can get you through Tempest 1 and Tempest 2 but not through Tempest 3, okay? So please keep that in mind. We have the 2015 Nissan R35 Premium. Now the reason why I felt like mentioning this car in the list even if it can't get you through Tempest 3 is because it's a really great car for beginners. So if you are just starting out with the game and if you are just starting out with the Tempest storyline, you can get this one easily from dealership. It's readily available for cash. In fact, you can buy a bunch of these and strip them to get fusions and stage 6 parts, and you can max this car out very easily. Okay, once you have this maxed out or even close to maxed out, you can use this for Tempest 1 and 2. It can get you through Tempest 1 and 2 without much of any issues. However, again, please keep in mind it can't get you through Tempest 3. Please use a different car. Okay, we will have a look at more cars in the list for Tempest 3. Okay, moving on, we have Nissan GTR R35 Attack Package version. Please don't confuse this with the previous Nissan I showed you. That one is readily available in the dealership. This is a rare imports only car. Okay, you can only get this from rare imports. It was a prestige cup car for one of the previous seasons in the game, but now you will have to wait for some time before you can get a hold on one of these. But once you manage to get this car, it can get you through Tempest 1, 2 and 3, all Tempest challenges, no issues whatsoever. Okay, also it's a Nissan, so fusions are very easy to get for this one. In fact, you can buy a bunch of these from dealership and strip them for Nissan fusions. Okay, and once you have enough fusions, you can use them to build this one out. So there we have it, the Nissan GTR R35 Attack Package. Moving on to the next car in this list, we have the Ford Mustang HP E750. Now this one, just like the previous car which I showed you, it's also a rare imports only car, so you will have to wait for some time before you can get one of these. However, if you manage to get one of these, it's really a great car. It's a Ford fusions are easy to get, and once you manage to build this car enough, you can get it. It can get you through Tempest 1, 2 and 3, no issues whatsoever. Okay, moving on to the next car, we have sorry for that, we have the Nissan Rocket Bunny V2 Fairlady Z33. Now this one I believe was a prize car for one of the Easter events. So quite a few players managed to get this car since that event was very easy. If you have this car, that's great news because this car is really good for Tempest 1, 2 and 3. It can get you through all Tempest challenges, no issues. Plus it's a Nissan fusions are very easy to get in this game, and also this car is pretty good looking if you ask me. So moving on to the next car, we have a Jaguar. It's the Jaguar XC SV Project 8. Now this car is again a rare imports only car. You can only get it through rare imports, but it is also available in the dealership for sale a couple of times. So that's another option if you want to get this car quickly. It's a Jaguar, which means that you will have to wait for some time before you can eventually build and max this car out, because Jaguar fusions are not that easy to get in this game. However, if you have this car maxed out or close to maxed out, it can get you through Tempest 1, 2 and 3, all Tempest challenges, no issues whatsoever. Okay, so that's the Jaguar XC SV Project 8 for you. Next up in this list, we have a Mazda RX-7 Rocket Bunny. Now a lot of players have this car because it's used quite frequently in the Elite showdowns. One great thing about this car is it uses the Elite custom system, so if you manage to get a few Elite upgrades on this one, it can go really fast. Okay, but please make sure if you want to go all the way through Tempest 3 using this car, you will need to have it almost maxed out. Also, you will need to have a few edit customs fitted on this car. By edit customs, I mean these ones, using the green, blue and the red elite tokens. Okay, so that's the Mazda RX-7 Rocket Bunny. One thing, it's a Mazda, so Mazda fusions are really not very easy to get in this game. However, as I said before, it's being used in Elite Showdown quite a lot of times. So there are crates for Mazda fusions every now and then. So whenever, so make sure to keep an eye on those, right? So that's the Mazda RX-7 Rocket Bunny for you. So for next cars in this list, we have a bunch of Hondas. In fact, 3 Hondas to be specific. It's the Honda NSX. Then we have the Liberty Walk version. It's the Honda LV NSX. And you also have the Honda Aim Gain GT NSX. Okay. Now all of these Hondas which I mentioned, these are really great cars for Tempest. They can get you through Tempest 1, 2 and 3 no issues. Really, you just need to have any of these ones, and doesn't matter which Honda it is, they are all very similar in performance, and any of these can get you through all Tempest challenges, no issues whatsoever. Okay, moving on, we have the BMW M5 Competition. Now it's one of the top recommended cars to get through Tempest 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this car, if you have it maxed out or close to maxed out, it can get you through all Tempest challenges, no issues whatsoever. Okay, it's a really fast car, plus it's a BMW fusions are not that difficult to get in this game. You will just need to have to wait for some time before you can get couple of stage 6 parts for this car. So that's the BMW M5 Competition for you. Moving on to the next car in this list, we have 2005 Ford GT. Again, it's a really fast car. It can get you through all Tempest challenges. It's a Ford fusions are very easy to get in this game. Again, just like the other cars, it's a rear imports only car, so you will have to wait for some time before you can get one of these from the rear imports. But if you manage to get this car, you are in for a surprise, because this car is really great when it comes to beating the Tempest challenges. Moving on, we have Lotus Evora GT 430. Now this car was one of the Prestige Cup cars for one of the seasons in the game. So some players have this car. If you have this car, you can use this for Tempest 1, 2 and 3. This can get you through all Tempest challenges in the game. However, if you don't have this car, it's a rear imports only car, so you will have to wait for some time to get this car in the rear imports. And if you manage to get this car, keep in mind it's a Lotus brand. Lotus fusions are not that easy to get in this game, so you will have to wait for some time before you can eventually build this car and max it out. Okay, now any of these cars which I mentioned, including the Lotus Evora GT 430, you will need to have these cars at least maxed out or close to maxing out before you can use it for Tempest, especially Tempest 3. Tempest 1 and Tempest 2 really they are not that difficult, but Tempest 3 Tempest 3 is really difficult compared to previous Tempest challenges. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's really recommended to have these cars at least maxed out or close to maxed out. Moving on to next car in our list, we have TVR Griffith. Now this car, you can only get this one from rare imports. However, if you manage to get this car and manage to build it, it's really a great car for all Tempest challenges. Now this car is a TVR brand, and there are only 2 TVRs in this game, one being TVR Sagares and Another being this one, TVR Griffith. However, I recommend to use this TVR for Tempest challenges. It's a TVR, so fusions are not that easy to get. So you will have to wait for some time before you can build this car for the Tempest challenges. Okay. So there we have it, guys. These are my recommended cars that you should use for getting through Tempest 1, 2 and 3. Please let me know if you have any queries in the comment section below, and I will make sure to get back to you. Okay. With that being said, this is RacerBeast signing off. See you in another video.